Breakups don't just hurt emotionally, they impact the entire nervous system. When a bond ends, the body experiences it as a loss of safety. The chest constricts, the diaphragm locks, and the whole body braces against the emptiness. Let's help your body remember what safety feels like, even when your heart still aches. Let's begin. Interlace your fingers and gently tap across the center of your chest, letting the rhythm stay soft and steady. This movement stimulates the thymus and activates pressure receptors connected to the vagus nerve, helping the body shift from the stress response into regulation. After a breakup, this area often feels tight or hollow. Tapping here brings circulation back to the heart space, releases tension in the fascia around the sternum, and signals to the brain that you are safe enough to feel again. It's a simple way to restore emotional coherence through the body's own biochemistry. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 35 seconds. Interlace your fingers behind your head, open your elbows wide, and slowly roll forward, chin to chest, elbows moving together. Then gently return to the starting position. This motion lengthens the back of the neck and upper spine, where tension often builds when the body is in an emotional withdrawal. After a breakup, the suboccipital muscles tighten as we unconsciously brace against vulnerability, limiting vagal flow between the brainstem and heart. By curling inward and then reopening, you are restoring that neural communication, releasing stored grief in the cervical fascia, and re-establishing the natural rhythm of protection and openness that heartbreak temporarily interrupts. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 40 seconds. Place your hands on your upper arms and slowly stroke down your elbows in an alternating rhythm. Right, left, right, left. This bilateral stimulation engages both hemispheres of the brain, helping to integrate emotional and sensory processing that often becomes fragmented after a breakup. The rhythmic cross-body motion calms the amygdala, increases vagal tone, and supports the release of oxytocin and serotonin, the neurochemicals that restore feelings of safety and connection. In moments of heartbreak, this movement acts like self-co-regulation, signaling to your nervous system that you are still here, still safe, and still held. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 35 seconds. Come onto all fours and let your spine move freely, arching, rounding, or swaying in any direction that feels natural. This spinal release reawakens movement through the central axis of the body, the very channel where stress and emotional charge accumulate. After heartbreak, the spine often stiffens as the nervous system contracts into protection, limiting breath and energy flow. By restoring undulation through the vertebrae, you're rehydrating the fascia, releasing sympathetic tension along the spinal cord and allowing the vagus nerve to glide more freely. It's the body's way of saying, I'm ready to move forward. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 45 seconds. Sit with the soles of your feet together, holding your ankles or feet, and gently let your knees flutter up and down like wings. This rhythmic movement releases tension stored in the inner thighs and pelvis, areas closely tied to attachment and safety. After a breakup, the hip flexors and pelvic floor often tighten as the body withdraws and holds emotional pain deep in the core. The butterfly motion improves blood flow through the lower abdomen, softens the psoas, and helps discharge stress from the sacral region, where the vagus nerve connects to the parasympathetic network. It's a way of reminding your body that openness doesn't have to hurt. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 35 seconds. Now lie on your back with your knees bent and feet close to your sit bones. Then slowly lift your hips and come onto your toes, just high enough to feel a gentle quiver or tremor start to emerge. This is the essence of so-called TRE, a method that uses the body's natural shaking reflex to release stored stress. When you balance on your toes, those micro tremors travel through the legs and pelvis, helping to discharge the deep tension held in the psoas and lower back. After a breakup, the nervous system often stays in a guarded, frozen state. This movement invites that stored charge to complete its cycle. Please keep in mind that I'm not the best example of showing release with TRE. As always, this is very individual, and it is not how my body releases. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 30 seconds. Begin to move your tongue in slow, steady circles along the inside of your teeth, tracing the entire mouth from one side to the other. This simple motion releases deep tension in the jaw, tongue, and throat, areas that tighten when emotions are held back or words remain unsaid after a breakup. The tongue is richly innervated by cranial nerves that connect directly to the vagus nerve, meaning each slow circle helps regulate heart rate, lower cortisol, and signal emotional safety. By freeing these small muscles, you're giving the body permission to express what was once silenced and restoring the natural flow of communication between body and brain. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 25 seconds. Place your right hand into your left armpit, wrap your left arm across your body into a self-hug, and let your shoulders soften as you breathe. This armpit hug activates pressure receptors along the chest wall and underarm, directly soothing the vagus nerve and sending calming signals to the brain. After a breakup, the body longs for the safety of closeness. This self-hug creates that through your own touch, increasing oxytocin and reducing the stress chemistry of separation. It gently reminds your nervous system that even in solitude, you can still offer yourself the regulation that once came from another. Now, switch sides. And now, allow yourself to fully relax. You've just given your body a language for heartbreak, the kind that doesn't need words. Every movement was your system remembering how to hold itself when no one else can. I know, it still hurts. The emptiness, the quiet, the ache in your chest, they're all signals of how deeply you once connected. Let them soften now. Let your body know it's safe to rest. Love didn't end here. It's just coming home to you. And when you're ready, send a heart in the comment section. Not for anybody else, but as a small act of love for yourself.